The Trump Witch Hunt. So I'm on a tour for Killing the Witches. By the way, it sold about 100,000 copies in the first 6 days. So thank you all. And in the body of the interviews I'm doing on radio and television, I tell people I wrote the book because there is a modern day witch hunt, cancel culture. And that's what's involved with Trump and a lot of other people. So I wanted everybody to know the origins of the witch hunt in 1692 in Salem, Massachusetts, because it applies today. All right, so Trump today showed up in New York City to answer a civil lawsuit, no jury, all right, that the Trump Organization fraudulently escalated the value of their properties when they were going for loans. All right, so the banks were given paperwork by the Trump Organization that said, our properties are worth this much. Please loan us this much money. And the banks did. Not all of them, but many of them. Okay, so Letitia James is the Attorney General of New York, and she hates Trump. So Trump finds himself in a civil courtroom on charges brought by Ms. James. Here's what the former president said. Go.
No bank was affected. No bank was hurt. They don't even know why they have to be involved. And they've so testified. They can't believe that they're involved because they were paid back on time. There were no defaults. There were no problems.
And that's true. There's no victim. Banks are fine. Trump Organization paid the interest. So what's this all about? So we looked and see if there were any other cases like this in New York State. We can't find any. I think there probably has been. Maybe Chester Arthur brought one. But this is obviously contrived to get Trump. Okay? So here's what the Attorney General of New York said. Go.
My message is simple. No matter how powerful you are, no matter how much money you think you may have, no one is above the law. And it is my responsibility and my duty and my job to enforce it.
Yeah. You know, if you live in New York the way I do, 80% of the laws on the books here are not enforced. 80%. So give me a break, lady. Okay? You're trying to get Trump. Now, how do we know that? It's easy for me to say. How do we know it? All right, here's a soundbite from Letitia James about Trump and what she hopes to accomplish. This soundbite was given on September 6th, 2018, 5 years ago. Roll it.
We all know that 10 years ago he was almost bankrupt. Most domestic banks were not lending him any money. Where did he get all of the money to purchase his real estate holdings and all of his golf courses? And all of those transactions have happened here in New York City, which is why the next Attorney General is absolutely critical.
So she ran on getting him. I mean, all right. So now it goes to a judge. The judge decides. And the judge's name, Arthur Engoron, avowed liberal judge. There's Arthur, okay? He was a hippie back in the 60s and 70s. And he has already decided in a summary judgment ruling that the Trump Organization defrauded the citizens of New York. Remember, this case is being brought to protect me, all right, a citizen of New York. I don't feel a threat from the Trump Organization, but that's what the law is, to protect the citizens of the state. So Judge Aragon said, Trump, he did it. But in the body of that, here's what the judge says. Quote, from 2011 to 21, the Palm Beach County assessor praised the market value of Mar-a-Lago at between $18 million and $27.6 million. Okay. Well, that's on the Palm Beach County assessor, not Trump. Trump didn't do the assessment. Now, how much do you think Mar-a-Lago is worth? Have you been down there? Have you seen it? It's worth about between $100 and $150 million. That's what the property's worth. Call any real estate agent in South Florida. They'll tell you. Trump put the sale up tomorrow and get 100 to 150 million for it. So this judge thinks the property is worth between 18 and 27.6. So of course he's going to say that Trump is inflating the value of his property. The judge lives in the ozone layer. Both the judge, the attorney general, the state of New York in general want to persecute Donald Trump. Not prosecute, persecute, witch hunt. Now, I'm not Trump's lawyer, okay? I'm not trying to do that here. That's not what I am in business to do. I'm in business to present the facts so you can decide. And even if you hate Donald Trump's guts, you got to know what this is. And that's why I wrote Killing the Witches. This is a witch hunt against this man. And that's a memo.